All right, hello again, everyone. Going to get back into these open voicings with tensions on the top. And, if you're reading a chart and, you see a chord like a major sixth chord, but the melody note is a 9 or a sharp 11, or you see a minor 7 flat 5 chord, but the melody note is the 11th or the 9th. These are voicings that you can use. And these all come down from Berklee College of Music. I believe Herb Pomeroy had something to do with developing this set of chords. And he passed it along to my teacher, Ted Howe, who passed it along to me. And now I'm passing it along to you. So what I'll do is I'll quickly go through the chords and also provide a musical example for most of them. So let's get right into it. Fasten your seatbelts. We got a lot of things to cover in a short amount of time here. So we got the major 6 chord, and the tensions available are the 9 and the sharp 11. So let's take the 9 first. All right. Very typical voicing for a what you call a 6-9 chord. But beautiful. Very first chord, G6. I think a lot of people play it with a G major 7th, but the book here says G6th, so there's our formula. 1, 5, 3, 6, 9. All right. Next is the sharp 11. No, I need a 6th. That's my chord. In Your Own Sweet Way by Dave Brubeck. It uses a major 7th chord, B flat major 7th, and the melody note is F flat. All right, and that's a sharp 11. And you can use the formula for a major 7th chord with the sharp 11, but I like to change it to the 6th chord, like this. So it kind of sounds like this on the second line of In Your Own Sweet Way. Let's go to the minor 6 chords now. We've got a 9 on top, and there's the 6. I found it in the song Fall by Wayne Shorter. Or we could have an 11 on top. There it is. That's a tough one to find a musical example of. All right, minor 7 flat 5. This is an interesting chord. According to this system, there are 5 tensions that you can use, but I couldn't find any place else on the net where anybody's posted anything that lists all 5 of these tensions. So, maybe this is fake news. I don't know. It can take 5 different tensions. The first one is a flat 9. And all these chords have root and flat 5 in the left hand. All right, so that's our chord. You may think it sounds like shit, but we'll find a spot where I'll show you how you can use this chord. Yeah, and the song No More Blues, it's out of the Real Book. Right here it is. I don't think I played it right, though. Yeah, there it is. So E minor 7 flat 5. That's the chord symbol. E minor 7 flat 5, and the melody note's an F. So there it is. You got a perfect example. And right away here we have a minor 7 flat 5 with an 11. And of course that formula works great. This one's a little tough on the ears. If you don't stay on it too long, it sounds all right. That's the flat 9. Here's the regular 9. All right. And here it is with the 11, the flat 13, In Your Own Sweet Way. Where is that song? Yeah, and the second line, C minor 7, flat 5, with the flat 13 on top. And the regular 13. Okay. Yeah, I did find one example of the minor 7 flat 5 with a 13 on top. Okay, that would be this chord. All right. And where did I find it? I found it in There Is No Greater Love. It was an A minor 7th with an F sharp on top. But it happens down there in the B section where it goes right there. You know, probably the original was just D7 there. But if you're, say you're reharmonizing it, and that's the way it actually is in the book. It's kind of a reharmonization, I believe, of this song, where they use a 2-5-1 to get to G minor, and of course the 2 you want it to be a minor 7 flat 5. But the melody note is that. So yeah, this chord works. Okay, a minor major 7th chord. That's a minor chord with a major 7th. We can add a 9 to it, or we can add an 11 to it. All right, this may sound like a pretty strange chord, but when you take them out of context, they sound a little odd, but when you put them into a song, they can be downright beautiful. All right, one of the hardest ones to deal with is the diminished chord, and for this, I'll go back to the magic formulas. Now, let's just look at a diminished chord real quickly using the magic formulas. Those are formulas you use if a chord tone is the top note. Like, for instance, if it's the root, this would be C diminished, and the formula is 1, 7, 3, 5, and root. Okay, or if it's a 6 chord, you can say it's a 6, but actually in a diminished chord, that's a 7th. It's a double flatted 7th. So that's the formula for having the root on top. And what we're going to do with each one of these to make tensions out of them is add a whole tone extension, all right, to the top note. So gives us that. All right, now the next formula is, what the hell is it? It's 1, 5, 3, 7, 3. Okay, it's one of the 4 magic formulas, and we're going to extend it like this. And we could probably rearrange this chord, make it a little smaller like that. Okay. Now the next one is with the 5th on top. You see, I'm right there. So actually, you can take these magic formulas and move the note down a whole step, which is the same as the other note going up a whole step. So, down a half step. So, sorry. You get to it that way, you see. All right, and there's the 5th being extended. And then here's the 7th being extended. Like that. Okay, like Quiet Nights, for instance, we're going... There it is. We have a root, 5th, 7, 3, 5, with the whole tone extension right there. Okay. That's a very common situation there. Like a Birth of the Blues, you could do it there. So you got 2 of them there. This one. And back to Quiet Nights again. The chord is F diminished, but the melody note is E. So we can see that's the 7th that's been moved up. So I can take my chord voicing for a 7th. Play it like this. Someday my prince will come. right, there's the fifth being moved up to the tension. Or you can maybe make it a little bigger like this. Instead of using that, you know, I want to keep the same chords in there. I made it bigger like this, but I got too big of a distance right here. You know, in an open voicing chord, you don't want to exceed a sixth unless it's between the bass note and the next note in the chord. Like you can go a root and a seventh. So here, you know, I've got a huge distance right here, so I need to put a note in there. So I'm going to have to stretch like hell to get it, but and then, you know, and there's a minor seventh with an 11th on top. And once again, I want a bigger voicing, so I'll take my fifth and move it down here, and then I need to add another note in there. Lots of other good voicings. That's a nice one. All right, so right there, got E diminished. So it looks like the third has been extended. So I could use root 5, 3, 7, 3, and extend that root like that. Extend the third. Got root 5, 3, 7, 3, extend it.